Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've been noticing that the is300 right here on this trim, on this part, it's starting to chip off, getting faded away. It doesn't look good anymore. So I have a little bit of this wrap left over, and I'm going to apply this, but first I'm gonna have to clean it. And so I called JD, but he's at work. He says he has some carbon fiber wrap that he can let me use, but I'm not sure when he's coming back, and I kind of want to get started because it's going to be hot today. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this off first, this side, and then I'm going to be doing that with some rubbing alcohol. This stuff could be anything, just going to help it clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to get all this stuff clean, and then we'll see how it looks, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out and apply that wrap. So we'll see how that goes. So I tilted this down, get it out of the way, so it's nice all and flat. And now what I'm gonna do, dust this off a little bit. I'm gonna get this rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to apply this to the sock. I'm always using socks because I don't have anything else. So anyways, just gonna get a little bit of this stuff, get this clean. Just like that. The rooftop curves, I can't cut it straight. It would have to be at an angle. So I would have to cut it about right here. A little bit of extra right there. We're just gonna make sure this fits here. Take this off. You could leave it on, and then you can use that so you don't scratch it up. But I'm just gonna use a sock when I'm applying that pressure, so it doesn't get any scratched up. But it shouldn't be too bad. We'll start with this side first. This is where you want to apply a lot of pressure, because if you don't, you're just gonna get a lot of air bubbles, and that's not gonna be good. Alright, it's looking good so far. I already have the wrap here on it. All I'm really gonna do here now is find a hair dryer and apply some of that all over here, so it can take the shape of this trim, and it can just help it stick a little bit easier. Before I start cutting this out, what I'm gonna do is just peel this off like this. And I'm going to use this card, any kind of card you can use, and so it will just help you on that edge right here. You guys see that? See how it's making that deep line? That's what we want. Start with this side and cut it with the blade. Want to apply enough so you're just cutting the wrap itself, and only the wrap. Got one side down already, and so this is how it's looking. Not too bad. Once I'm done with it with the other side, I can apply a little bit of heat and then go ahead and curve it down. So curve it down right here so it's not coming up, so the water doesn't go through there when it rains. JD was also telling me that sometimes having to wrap is pretty tricky, because when you have cracks on the paint, you have air, and when you have air, possibly that means within the next few months, possibly you could just have air bubbles, and there's nothing you can do about that unless you could sand it. So we'll see how it looks. If there's air bubbles, it might be easier for me to just go ahead and sand the whole thing off, and then smooth it out, and then be able to apply the wrap on there so there's no cracks, and then you won't have any air bubbles coming out. You want to tuck this in all the way inside, because if you don't, the air is just going to pull this right off. You don't want to be going on the freeway and just having this come off all over the place. And you can use this cardigan to tuck it underneath that. Same thing with the front side. This is even more important, more so, because the wind's gonna be beating on this part quite a bit. Alright guys, so there we have it. I just gotta hit those edges again really quick with the credit card, but it's a little bit trippy because sometimes the glue is not as strong as it once was, and this is an old wrap. So if it can last me a few months, I'll be happy. 4 or 5 months, I'll be good, because eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this hole down and get it painted, either plastic dip or car paint. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna figure something out here. But for now, temporary, we're putting this wrap on. Just change the look of it. Still gotta finish the other side. See, I gotta get that cleaned up. But the same process goes. You could take this off and you could go ahead and wrap it. But the only thing about that, why I won't do that, is because it's gonna be moving a lot on you. And then I really wanna stretch the wrap on the trim. And so it would just be more difficult to hold the trim hard and then put the wrap on it while applying the heat. It could be done, but I believe it would be much easier to just keep it on here and get that wrapped. But you could take it off or you could leave it on there. I'm just gonna leave it on there. 3, 2, 1, action! Hey, do you still have that carbon fiber wrap?